This is Faith-Driven Business Daily with Karl Diffenderfer, your daily source for business growth, leadership excellence, and biblical principles that empower Christian entrepreneurs to thrive in business and life.
Coach Karl here, and today we are talking about why mastering belief, not just persuasion, changes everything. Let's talk about something few entrepreneurs, coaches, or even C-suite executives master. Buy-in, not agreement, not, sure, I'll try it. We're talking about true buy-in. The moment belief transfers from you to them, when someone owns the vision like it's theirs, not yours, that's when everything begins to move. You can have a brilliant model, you can have a flashy funnel, but if your client, your team, or your market doesn't believe, they won't commit. And without commitment, your strategy doesn't stand a chance. In coaching, buy-in is what separates quick wins from lasting transformation. In leadership, it's what takes an idea from the whiteboard to real-world execution. In sales, it's what turns a one-time transaction into lifelong loyalty. Buy-in is the real business superpower. And it's not just a theory. It's psychology, neuroscience, and behavioral economics, all pointing to one truth. People don't fully commit to what they're told. They commit to what they help create. Research shows that when employees buy into a company's mission, productivity jumps by over 200%. The highest performing organizations don't have the flashiest products. They have the clearest internal alignment. Daniel Pink, in his research on motivation, uncovered that people are driven by autonomy, mastery, and purpose, and none of those can be achieved without buy-in. If you're not creating belief, you're pushing a boulder uphill. This is where most coaches go wrong. They rely on credentials, frameworks, slide decks, and fancy onboarding processes. But real transformation? It doesn't come from your slides, it comes from their buy-in. You don't need them to agree with your ideas, you need them to own them. Let's bring in the psychology. Ever heard of the IKEA Effect? Researchers from Harvard, Yale, and Duke discovered that people who assemble furniture themselves, even poorly, place significantly more value on it. In one study, participants were willing to pay 63% more for a piece of IKEA furniture they built with their own hands compared to a pre-assembled one. Why? Because they had a hand in the process. They invested. They owned it. It wasn't just a table, it was their table. This is why co-creation is powerful. If your client builds the plan with you, they'll stick to it. If your team helps define the vision, they'll fight for it. If your lead finds the value in your offer before you pitch it, they'll sell themselves. This isn't preference, it's wiring. Human brains are biologically designed to value what they feel agency over. Here's another angle. Neuroscience. Self-determination theory shows that when people feel autonomous, like they're in control of a decision, they engage more deeply, retain more information, and stay committed longer. So if you're constantly telling your clients what to do, they might nod, but they won't transform. Because transformation doesn't come from advice, it comes from belief. And belief is earned through engagement, not persuasion. Let's bring this to life with three iconic leaders who made buy-in their strategy. Reed Hastings, Netflix, created a culture of freedom and responsibility. He didn't just give leaders tasks, he gave them control. No micromanaging, no rigid systems. He built a framework, then gave people the power to play within it. The result? Netflix attracted top-tier talent who didn't just work for the company, they believed in it. If you want buy-in from your team or clients, don't shove them into your system. Invite them to shape it. Angela Ahrendts, former CEO of Burberry and senior exec at Apple, focused not on product, but on internal brand belief. She unified the team with story, identity, and purpose before they launched a single campaign. The result? Stock increased 250% under her leadership. If you want people to sell your product, you better help them believe in it first. Then there's Patagonia's Don't Buy This Jacket campaign. They literally told customers not to buy unless they needed it. It flew in the face of traditional marketing, and it worked because it signaled deep alignment with customer values. It wasn't just a jacket anymore. It was a statement of identity. When people feel you get them, they buy in, not just to the product, to the purpose. So how do you create buy-in in your business? First, shift from presenting to discovering. Ask your clients, what does success look like for you? What's getting in the way right now? Which part of this plan do you feel most excited to own? The second they start talking about their goals in their words, the process changes. It's no longer about your method. It's about their mission. Second, co-build the strategy. Invite input. Let your client tweak the timeline. Let your team help write the playbook. Structure plus autonomy equals ownership. Third, connect the outcome to their identity. We don't just want better habits. We want to become better people. Help them see the transformation as part of who they are becoming, not just what they're achieving. This also works with teams. Want employees who act like owners? Start by giving them part of the vision to own. Don't just assign work. Share the why. Don't just deliver processes. Build them together. Don't just reward results. Recognize values. When someone lives your values before you even ask them to, they've bought in. And that's when it all starts to scale. Buy-in is slow, then sudden. It takes patience, empathy, and a willingness to let go of control in order to create real connection. But when it clicks, you're no longer dragging clients, you're running alongside them. You're no longer managing employees. You're building with owners. Buy-in isn't the soft skill, it's the secret weapon.
Thanks for listening to Faith-Driven Business Daily with Karl Diffenderfer. If you found value in today's episode, subscribe and share it with a fellow entrepreneur. Keep growing, keep leading, and keep putting your faith first. We'll see you soon.